Welcome to the battlefield. You're about to begin a journey where your eyes will be opened to a world within a world, an unseen world. There's a supernatural world that exists, yet we only see it in glimpses if we see it at all. We are spiritual beings, but our life does not necessarily reflect that. Or does it? Perhaps there is more to the story than we've let on. Perhaps we live a more spiritual life than we thought we did. And just maybe, we are under the influence of this spiritual world to a greater degree than we ever thought possible. As you've surely noticed, this world at times seems like it's going to hell. There's an explanation to why things seem to be getting worse. And though things are getting worse, as the darkness grows, the lights in that darkness stand out all the more. With a greater looming of evil, it is required to have a sharper sword of truth. With too much useless information in the world, we need a more precise perspective, one that cleaves through useless information and that cuts straight to the heart of the matter. Evil exists, and there truly is an enemy of our soul. Some people believe evil is a neutral force, just a part of the world, even just a necessary balance to the light. Evil is balanced by the good, but its existence is far from neutral. It is personal, and it will make it personal. There's an enemy of our soul, and it plays for keeps. For too long this enemy has hid itself well in the shadows and behind lies, but it is now being exposed for what it is, and those who have been afflicted are rising from what seemed like a grave to knock off the dust, to mend wounds, and begin the fight again, this time stronger, wiser, and more prepared than the last time we went toe-to-toe with darkness. The videos that proceed from here will equip you to deal with the calamity that happens outside of you and inside of you. The perspective that will be given is one that you have not heard before, not like this. We've been seeing a world while walking blindly in another world. Things are not as they seem, and our eyes can't see the things that defeat us, nor can they view the real source of our anxiety. There's a war going on, inside of us and outside of us. It's time to no longer be a part of the collateral damage, to fight the good fight, and to equip our family for war as well. We're all part of it, whether we want to admit it or not. There's a weapon for every enemy that you will encounter and a strategy to take on and take out the exact thing that is trying to wreak havoc on your life and throw you far from the purpose that you may not know that you have. You'll be shown weapons that you did not know were available. This channel is here for only one reason: to explain the truth that has been subtly revealed. It can be observed, and you've always had all the pieces. This channel will help you put the pieces together. Here, knowledge will be given, and you get to decide what you want to do with it. For some people, this knowledge will be life-changing. For some, this knowledge may open up hidden passageways to the secrets that the universe had always had hidden, waiting for someone to stumble upon them. Overall, this channel will bring light to where there was once darkness and offer the pathway to freedom from patterns of thought, emotion, and reactions that have held you back in life. The unseen world has more pull on us than we know. We're taking our life back though. Depression, anxiety, fear, addiction, trauma. You're being called out. You're being exposed for what you really are. Your reign has ended. Wounds are being mended. And a new life, an abundant life, is taking your place. You'll be led through a creative journey of the soul. Life-changing insights and perspectives will be offered. The detriment of poor beliefs will be revealed, and the dark areas of our life will now have a new kind of light to shine where there was once only a locked door. The journey will have options. You can take it one step at a time through the path that has been designed, through the chapters that are being added weekly, where you can find a title that really stands out to you and get a fresh look at something that you battle with. It is your path to walk. There will also be a parallel series of vivid story mode poetry that depicts one man's battle with conquering his own demons, and at times even finding unsettling truths about himself. When we were born into a war zone. We didn't know it, and we saw the world with innocent eyes. In some ways, those innocent eyes had kept our happiness safe, but as life moved on and we grew up, we found a colder, harsher reality than what we knew in our hearts as young children. For most of us, our parents protected us the best that they could. They didn't warn us. They didn't teach us what we really needed to know to survive in this harsh world. And in a lot of ways, they didn't really know themselves what would come against you. In this video series, you will not be taught a blind optimism or be given just another clever way to escape and distract yourself from what life brings. You'll be given the truth. There's a clear battle between light and darkness here, and we can no longer afford to be shades of gray. It's time to take a stand for the life that we've always known that we can live. It will require a deep honesty on your part, a heart willing to face ancient fears, and it may even require sacrifice. Yet with the courage and faith that you have, you will be able to change your life for the good in a way that lasts forever. Before you is a path where you can finally fight your battles in the right way, to fight the good fight. Too long has the enemy known us and been silently pulling strings and whispering haunting thoughts that bring us to our knees. It's time that we know what we're up against, and to be able to fight back in a way that is effective and empowering. You have been in the battle, but now you'll be trained how to fight. You've joined the right side because good wins this war. Truth prevails over lies, and light conquers every area where a shadow tries to hide. From here, you'll be trained for war, and you'll come out on the other side a stronger and wiser person. Darkness will no longer be able to hide because it is being called out. As we proceed, you will be able to see into the looking glass and notice that the unseen realm shows itself in ways you never thought possible. What it is that you do with this information is up to you. Before you is a very real choice. Do you want the blue pill and continue down the road you've already been down? Or do you want to take the red pill to see how deep this rabbit hole goes? Those who are taking this journey will see a world that they've never seen before. Blinded eyes will be open, and truth will lead you to a new you, a refined version of you, who walks with power over the supernatural world and who is equipped with the knowledge necessary to come out of the daily battle, not just as another victim, but as a champion, who is well acquainted with victory. Prepare for your life to change in a way that you never thought was possible. Evil is losing its hold, and truth is taking new territory. This is spiritual warfare.